So this is the Galaxy Watch Ultra, and here are the top features you should know about. It is a square watch and it does have a bezel, but that's not a physical rotating bezel, keep that in mind. It's still a touch bezel just like the Watch 7. But this whole build quality is made out of titanium grade 4, which is the strongest of all, but also very similar to the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. It also has sapphire crystal glass protection and very similar to the Galaxy Watch 7. But this one does have a new quick button. It's a third integrated button aside from the typical home and back buttons, and this kind of works like this. If you map it to do certain functions by holding it or pressing it once or twice, it will do it. So it's kind of quickly accessing certain features and certain apps. It does also have a safety siren in it. It is about 86 decibels loud and can reach up to 108 meters from the watch. So next is the newer bioactive sensors. These are 30% more accurate than they were in the last year because it's now a lot of sensors instead of few sensors at the back on the Galaxy Watch 6 model. So it's definitely more improved than the last models. The next is dual frequency GPS. It does have L1 and L5 GPS frequencies, which means that even though that will consume a lot more power when under usage, but if you do tracking or hiking, then this is gonna be a massive improvement, which also was present inside the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, but not on the Watch 6 models, any of them. But this feature is also inside the Galaxy Watch 7, by the way. The next thing is something that you might not like or might. It's actually the newer band mechanism. The past models have used the standard band mechanism and Samsung did something unique with the last year's bands. But this year they changed it totally. Now the whole band ecosystem that used to exist for the Samsung watches, gone. You have to wait for third-party manufacturers to manufacture more watch bands for this or at least support this watch band style so that you don't have to buy the expensive Samsung bands, even though Samsung offers 3 different kinds of bands at this point. But it is $80. There is the trail band, and that is also again $80. And then there is the peak foam band, which is again $80. Now compare that with the Watch 7 bands, cost somewhere like $49 to $69. And this is a big price jump for the bands as well. Next is the battery. The Watch Ultra actually has 590 mAh battery in this big dimension, also better speakers. And Samsung says in the power saving mode, it can reach up to 100 hours. And in exercise power saving mode, which is another mode, it is about 48 hours. But definitely having that kind of battery capacity inside the Watch 5 Pro, it did well, so it should be good. But it also does come with military standard 810H rating, IP68 rating, and 10 ATM rating instead of 5 ATM on the older models. Also, operating temperature is now -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. And one feature they copied literally from the Apple Watch Ultra, like literally, is that at a glance in any light. This is a 3000 nits peak brightness display, and if you just press a button, then it will automatically go from the light mode to dark mode in the night. Now, thanks to Galaxy AI, according to Samsung, they also will give you a score at the end of the day that includes your sleep, heart rate, and steps. They called it energy scores with the Galaxy AI. Now, they also copied one feature from Apple Watches, is that pinch to activate something. So if you now want to take a call, you can just double pinch and yeah, that's it. This watch is available in 3 different colors: titanium gray, titanium silver, and titanium white. And the best part about this watch though is actually the 3nm processor. It's a 5-core chipset, and you can see the specs, and it's called Exynos W1000. According to Samsung, it's heavily improved over the last models. But the problem is it's only available in one size and one configuration, and that is 47mm and LTE model. And it cost $649 in the US, and in other markets it's actually $599. And it has no charging improvements, by the way. So yes, it's definitely a much more improved watch if you're coming from something like Watch 5 Pro or Watch 4 models, but then again it's a lot of money to spend. And then you have to consider that older watch bands will not work with this. So that's another big concern. And on top of everything else, if you like the physical rotating bezel, then you have to stick with the classic model. If you're okay with everything else, then this watch is probably one of the best watches in the market.
And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website, a link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.